one of the most defeatist yet common elements I see in clients when it comes to making significant life changes, whether it be to their relationship, to their day to day practices, or to the overall quality of how they live out their lives, is that they assume they have to get it right first time, and they assume it has to be all or nothing. And this can really prevent you from making the necessary changes you need to make. It can really hold you back, and it can really make you feel like you're making no progress whatsoever. It's so important to understand that, first of all, you have to start off crazy small when it comes to making significant changes in the way you interact with others and in the way you live your life on a day-to-day basis. And as well as that, you are going to make mistakes. I mean, that's an absolute guarantee. You are going to have failures. You're going to mess up again and again, and that's part and parcel of the process. And I think if you can switch your focus from the result and from what it is that you desire to the day-to-day process of showing up for yourself, the day-to-day process of maintaining your disciplines, and the day-to-day process of trying just to be a better person for other people, it completely shifts how you think about how you live your life. It's all about creating awareness of the small moments. You know, a lot of people come to me and they talk about, oh, you know, I want to be more spiritually, mentally, and emotionally healthy, or I want to have more purpose, or I want my relationship to be better. So I just want a cure all. And it's not, it doesn't work like that. It's basically paying attention to the small little things that you do moment to moment, day to day, week to week. They're your legacy. They are your life, you know. So it's about taking a step back and just observing what it is that you do that you can maybe improve on, or that you can change in order to enhance your experience. And I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, I think people sometimes overwhelm themselves even with the likes of a meditation practice or mindfulness. They feel like they have to be aware of every single thing, and that's not how our mind works. What we need to instead to be practicing is creating awareness as often as we can remember to, you know. And some days that won't be a lot of all at all, and other days you can be quite aware of what is going on for you. But it's about continuously bringing yourself back to that awareness, because your mind is always going to wander. Likewise with your meditation. I mean, meditation is more a consistent practice. You know, you can meditate while doing anything. You can meditate while waiting for the kettle to boil instead of letting your mind wander. You know, just kind of focus on what it is that's happening, or be mindful of the fact that you can hear the kettle boiling, that you can see the steam. And you know, these are the sort of things, if you can introduce them into your day-to-day life, that will help strengthen your ability to stay calm, to stay focused on the here and now. And that's basically what we need to develop in order to feel healthier. We need to be mindful, we need to be aware, we need to be accepting of the moment as it is. And if we can't accept the very mundane moments, we're not going to be able to accept the more difficult moments, the more emotionally challenging moments. Likewise, be very selective about how you spend your time and who you spend your time with. If you find that a lot of your conversations are at a very superficial level, or that a lot of your conversations end up discussing other people, particularly other people's downfalls or other people's weaknesses, then you may want to take a look at your mindset. You also may want to take a look at the people that you're having these conversations with. I mean, it's great and all talking about what's in the news or what's in fashion or what's on social media, but ultimately, in order for you to improve your life, you need to be aware of what it is that you're doing. You need to be talking about yourself a little bit more and asking people how they're doing. You want to care about their life and also about your own, as opposed to discussing celebrities or discussing, you know, what's going on in the sports league. I mean, as I said, there's nothing wrong with that per se, but if you are never introducing any level of depth into your conversations or into your interactions, then you're never going to experience the connection it is that most people require in order to thrive, in order to create almost a natural organic purpose and sense of fulfillment and sense of wholesomeness. And again, I think there's almost a boring element to all of this. It sounds very ordinary, but the reality is the people who embrace an ordinary life are the most content among us. The people who just notice the beauty around them, that are content with and very aware of their own circumstance, and focus on what they have to offer, as opposed to always focusing on what it is that they're achieving or what it is that they need to get in order to be happy or in order to feel good. They, as I said, are the people who have the greater peace of mind, that feel most satisfied with their lot and most fulfilled. And they're like, I suppose they're more likely to feel that they are living a life of purpose, because I suppose sometimes we feel like as if purpose is something that we have to find, like as if we lost it. The reality is oftentimes purposeful living is something that we create. It's the way we do our day-to-day stuff. And as people, we tend to focus very much on the big picture, and we're all about, okay, what's the end result going to be? But it's in those day-to-day moments, it's in your week-to-week comings and goings, that your life actually is lived. So start paying attention to them, create awareness of them, and become conscious of what it is that you're taking in, what it is that you're engaging in, what content you're following on your social media, what sort of world you're living in. Is it a superficial one, or is it a wholesome, wholehearted one? If you are looking to, I suppose, introduce more purpose and awareness into your life, get in touch with me on my website. It's fundamentals.ie, and you'll also catch me on Facebook and Instagram. Both of those pages are called Fundamentals. I regularly do a podcast as well with Neil O'Brien. It's called Touchy and Feely. It's available on iTunes and Spotify, so go check it out. And if you feel an inclination to share it, I'd be absolutely delighted. Likewise, if there's anything you'd like to hear me discuss specifically on my YouTube channel, which is called Fiona Feely, please drop me a line and I'd be more than happy to oblige. Hope everyone has an amazing Friday.